In Hong Kong, the Hong Kong protesters are either the most stupid or the stupidest people in the world, and they are very ignorant, especially the haywire young students who have been protesting non-stop. Do they realize they are not protesting but rioting? They even affect my favorite airline, Cathay Pacific, which is the only airline I have experienced that provide customers ice cream. Moreover, the airline is better than British Airways. Okay, these rioters are just damaging their own land and their own people. If they are truly patriotic, they should not do it in Hong Kong but in mainland China. We just only a bridge to Shenzhen. Luckily, I tell you, they are just facing the Hong Kong police but not the Chinese military. If not, these young rioters won't be so arrogant and still playing with fire. So who are the ones actually behind all these riots, like supplying the tear gas and also the stupid laser pointers? Needless to say, the Brits. These Hong Kong protesters are really brainwashed by the British government. What's so good about the Brits who are making use of the Hong Kongers to be their money-making machines for 99 years? The British have been deluding and confusing the people of Hong Kong. Especially the young people in Hong Kong, they can't even recognize what nationality they are, and moreover, they are treating the British as their benefactor. As a matter of fact, these Brits are just some kind of money-sucking creatures from some outer space who could always make themselves look like some good Samaritans, always appearing in front of cameras, rubbishing about the importance of democracies, but in actual fact, they are more on capitalism.
So yes, I do support them, and I will happily speak up for them and back them every inch of the way.
They are capitalizing Hong Kong as a financial hub and trading port to make their own country or the UK wealthy. All along since before the World War II, the British have been enslaving the Hong Kongers to work for them and deluding them that Hong Kong is a country. In reality, Hong Kong is not a country but just a colony, and is all along a China province. So do you know what colonialism means? It simply means a master and servant relationship. In other words, Hong Kong was just a for Britain. Colonialism is as same as masochism. Today, the Chinese governments want to free the Hong Kongers from their pain, but just look at them. They are just like spoiled kids. Do they really have crack in their brains? Is 99 years of British masochism not enough for them? They have literally forgotten that China is the actual father of Hong Kong. The British were the ones separating the sons from the father so that they could keep on milking the money out from Hong Kong continuously. Hence, the British are enjoying everything that the Hong Kongers are doing for them. This has made the people living in the UK rich until they have become so snobbish and they always look like the first class citizens while the Chinese are always the second class. What's so special about some other Hong Kongers having the British citizenships? A second class is still always a second class. Do you know what the British really afraid of? They are afraid of losing their social status in the world. If Singapore is still a colony of the UK, what do you think the life of the Singaporeans will be? It will be 10 times worse than the current government. There will be tried gangs around, illegal casinos, illegal prostitutions, and illegal everywhere. The British would turn Singapore into a big-time money laundering center to benefit their home country. And all Chinese will be under the feet of the British. So today my point is not about the Singapore government, but about whether you want your land to be under a country or part of the country. During the colonialisms, the Brits could enjoy very high pay by being the expatriates in Hong Kong, where the Hong Kongers are just like some kind of bootleggers or servants. Do you think those British who give out their British citizenships to become Hong Kongers? Of course not. They just wanted to enjoy all they can and bond all the honky girls to their fullness. They won't care about how Hong Kongers live their life. They just care about how they could enjoy in Hong Kong and get as much money as they could. The British have been lavishing the money belonging to Hong Kong on all kind of luxurious service, expensive housing and all kind of things that no one's business, that made the Hong Kong people to work even harder for their survival until they become the world's most emotionless human beings today. Those who succeed might be able to enjoy their life like what the British did in Hong Kong, but majority are still living in a hell in some squeezy rundown apartments. Therefore, you see, Hong Kongers are very obsessed with earning money, while the British are enjoying all they can freely. Being part of their capitalism plot, the British don't care about Hong Kong except turning it into a money-making slum. If you feel Hong Kong is not a slum, then explain to me why there are so many illegal prostitutions, illegal gambling, illegal drug trafficking, and other crimes that were causing misery for the Hong Kongers. Therefore, the Hong Kongers have really become a disgrace to the famous master Wong Fei Hung. Have they really forgotten that the failed hero was the one kicking all the British out once upon a time in China? The British should be totally out of Hong Kong, and they shouldn't get themselves involved in the Hong Kong protests at all because Hong Kong is China. Hong Kong people should not call themselves Hong Kongers or Honkies, which is also a weird description of them, but they should call themselves the Chinese. It's so ironic to see one country, two system policy that are creating so much confusion for the world and also create a big headache for the Chinese government. If not because of the Chinese government trying to make life easy and give in to the rebellious Hong Kongers, Hong Kong would already be under one China, one system policies, of which Xi Jinping could do it easily with his snap of his fingers. Why is there a need to make it so troublesome to have two systems since Hong Kong is already a province of China? The reason is very simple. The British are still hoping they could keep on sucking the money out from Hong Kong.
And I was stressed to our friends in Beijing that the one country, two systems approach has worked, is working, and should not be cast aside.
Therefore, what's the big deal about the extradition bill? Shouldn't the Hong Kongers be grateful to the Chinese government that Hong Kong has become a family of China but not a colony anymore? Is there a need for the government to take the stupid trouble to let the extradition bill pass? In fact, the bill is not necessary because Hong Kong is not even a country but a province of China. Is China even being the British colony? Technically, the Chinese government should have the right to establish its military and its law, needless to say about arresting criminals in Hong Kong. The Hong Kongers should be grateful that they are no longer under the captivity of the British, a place for harboring criminals. There is nothing wrong for the Chinese government to bring criminals to justice in its own country. Having said that, and don't get me wrong, I'm not against the good activists, but the bad ones. Heroes can be real or fake if you happen to watch some TV shows like The Boys. I've been watching that these few days, by the way. Why perps like Jolo, who is the most wanted criminal in Southeast Asia, are hiding in Hong Kong? When you give Hong Kong a bad name, we could affect the Chinese reputation too. The protest in Hong Kong is all planned by the British because they are not yet finished drawing out the money of Hong Kong for themselves, while the Chinese government is trying to salvage it long time ago since the Opium War. Think about it, and history shall prove everything. Since 1836, under Manchun Qing government, the British have already been making use of the Chinese to make money. The British have nothing in their home country for trade, but the Chinese has so many valuable items such as tea leaf which the British are craving for. Because of their greed for money and power, the British have been shamelessly taking whatever belongs to the Chinese, and in return, they give Chinese the world's most worthless goods, opium. The British was the main culprit to cause the Chinese to live miserably. They have been deluding the Chinese into believing the Westerners being the most powerful humans on earth, but in fact, they have nothing in their countries, and they are nothing. Therefore, many Chinese have suffered under the British because of opium, which was sold at a hefty price that's produced in India very cheaply. In this connection, don't you think the British were laughing at the Chinese stupidity? The British were happily enjoying the high quality tea produced in China, while the Chinese were being fooled into inhaling the useless opium produced in India. Even Wang Feihong had a hard time to educate the ignorant Chinese at that time. Hence, this time is no different from the last time opium war. It's a fake democracy war that is purposely created by the British using the same old trick again. So to the young protester in Hong Kong, don't be stupid. Please get a blaster to fit the cracks in your brain. Know who your father is and who is the real hypocrite. May China protect you. Remember to give whatever comment you have. See you.